Address gap in SPO, stake pool operator, education/communication. Problem statement. A significant gap exists with the availability of critical, concise, and thorough educational content targeting Cardano stake pool operators. Okay. Yeah, I think so far majority of stuff is like from the three companies or maybe actually just two, like Cardano Foundation and IOHK/OG. Okay, describe your solution to the problem. Create high value content targeting stake pool operators and establish communication channels, bridges to enable effective dissemination and feedback to the Cardano Foundation. What do you think?
So basically they are like gathering up and they like collaboratively decide what needs to be done and give feedback to Cardano Foundation. Did I understand correctly? Address gap in education, or they collaboratively try to understand the problem, or like they are missing. I think it's more about like grouping up and like making a pool of pools, like a like a foundation of like there is one IoT, there is an Morgard, and there is a Cardano Foundation, and now everything else is another big group. Like everything who are a little guys, they're all into one. I guess that's the whole picture
What you
here.
get. Well, so in other words, centralized.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking.
But they still decentralized because they are like they all have their own stuff. But yeah, they are trying to. Yeah, it kind of is centralized actually. You should now think about it in a funny way.
This has been the sort of like the main and obvious criticism of Spokra, and I feel maybe as Spokra being what is it? Yeah, stake pool operators collective representation assembly, which is a whole mouthful. But yeah, it's down there.
Now I know who they are. Well, the Spokra, of course. I haven't been there. I heard it before.
Yeah.
No, I don't have much. Disconnected. Am I disconnected? No.
No, you're good.
Anyway, I'm not stake pool operator, so it's hard to like speak. But I assume when you're a small guy and you put something up in your basement and then you try to brand and get people in, and then you feel like, okay, I'm paying all this electricity, but nobody is delegating to me, and I have my own work and I can't put so much pledge on it to like make it valuable. And then you would actually need something like a group of people who help each other. And I think this is the main goal here, to like lift up each other to the point where they can be a decision maker.
Yeah, I don't know. My bias here is I I very much lean, if I was to describe myself politically, I very much lean on like the libertarian standpoint, and I think less government is good, right? Like there's a difference between governance and government, right? So I think the essence of the idea here, if it can manifest as decentralized governance as opposed to a government, and part of governance, has to do with signal, right? Information, conveying information, and then making decisions based on that information. If it can be manifested as that, then yes, I'm all for it. But to me, so far, the narrative has been more of a government, which is centralized, but governance is decentralized and accountable and healthy as well, right? Because even from a content communication standpoint, or creating a feedback loop of, say, sentiment analysis, like if you can create something which is decentralized, it then means that for example, you cannot be banned, like the Cardano Foundation, or the employees who have been hired to moderate community, just sort of do left, right, and center. Like we want to create an environment that is accountable, and create a healthy way to actually what's the word exist as a community, and being able to sense problems and arrive at resolutions and all these different things are challenges, and the way to solve them is not to centralize, I feel. But yeah, so if that problem could be solved in a decentralized way, I'm all for it.